Today, we're going to talk about something that is quietly reshaping your life. Not in the future, right now. This video is about how artificial intelligence is changing the way humans make decisions, in money, relationships, careers, politics, and even personal identity. If you care about control, freedom, and understanding how modern systems work, subscribe to the channel. Because here, we break down the hidden mechanics behind society, technology, and power. Now here's the uncomfortable truth. You believe your decisions are yours. But what if many of them are being guided before you even realize you are making them? What if the options you see, the information you trust, the products you buy, and the opinions you form are already filtered? Not by accident, but by design. A quiet shift is happening in your life right now. You probably don't see it. You don't feel it, but it's shaping what you buy, what you believe, who you date, what job you apply for, and even what you think is true. Artificial intelligence is no longer just a tool. It is becoming a decision engine. And the uncomfortable truth is this: many of the choices you think are fully yours are already being influenced, filtered, and guided by algorithms. The question is not whether AI will affect human decision-making. The real question is how much of your decision-making is already being reshaped. This matters because decisions are power. Every major outcome in your life is the result of accumulated decisions. Small ones, daily ones, repeated ones. If the way we make decisions changes, everything changes: money, politics, relationships, careers, culture. And AI is changing that process at the root. Think about something simple. You open a social media app. Within seconds, you see content that feels strangely relevant. It matches your mood, your interests, even your hidden fears. You scroll longer than you planned. You click more than you expected. You believe you're choosing what to watch. But the feed was chosen for you. Or consider online shopping. You search for one product. Suddenly, you're shown recommendations, bundles, limited time offers, reviews ranked in a certain order. You feel like you are comparing options rationally. But the comparison was structured. Or think about navigation apps. You no longer decide which route looks best. You follow the blue line. You rarely question it. Over time, your ability to estimate distance or traffic patterns weakens. This is not dramatic. It's subtle. That's why it's powerful. To understand how AI is reshaping decision-making, we need to break this into layers. Because the change is not happening in one big moment. It's happening slowly, structurally, and repeatedly. The first layer is cognitive outsourcing. Human brains are energy-saving machines. We prefer shortcuts. Psychologists call these heuristics. They help us make fast decisions without deep analysis. AI is becoming the ultimate shortcut provider. When Netflix recommends a show, when Spotify builds a playlist, when Amazon suggests a product, your brain relaxes. It doesn't have to search or evaluate as much. The system pre-filters complexity. This feels efficient. And it is. But over time, repeated outsourcing weakens active choice. You stop asking, "What do I actually want?" and start asking, "What is recommended?" There is a psychological principle called cognitive ease. When something is easier to process, we prefer it. AI increases cognitive ease dramatically. It removes friction. It removes uncertainty. It removes effort. And humans naturally move toward the easiest path. The danger is not that AI makes bad decisions for you. Often, it makes decent ones. The danger is that your decision muscles get weaker. Just like physical muscles weaken when unused, cognitive effort decreases when constantly assisted. Now consider the second layer: prediction shaping behavior. AI systems don't just respond to behavior. They predict it. And when something predicts you accurately, it starts shaping you. Recommendation systems analyze millions of users to predict what you will click next. Once the prediction becomes accurate, it guides your future exposure. You don't see all possibilities. You see a narrowed version optimized for engagement. This connects to confirmation bias. Humans prefer information that confirms existing beliefs. AI learns those beliefs quickly. Then it feeds you more of them. Over time, your worldview becomes more consistent. But also more narrow. This is not just about politics. It affects finance, health, relationships, even career choices. If you watch content about quick wealth, the algorithm gives you more. If you engage with fear-based news, it amplifies that tone. If you interact with certain lifestyles, you see more of them. Prediction becomes reinforcement. Reinforcement becomes identity. There's an economic angle here too. Attention is currency. Platforms optimize for engagement because engagement drives advertising revenue. So AI systems are designed to maximize time spent and emotional reaction. Not necessarily truth. Not necessarily long-term well-being, but engagement. That design objective shapes your decisions subtly. You click what's emotionally charged. You buy what's repeatedly shown. You believe what's constantly reinforced. The third layer is automation bias. Automation bias is the tendency to trust automated systems more than human judgment, especially when the system appears advanced. If a human gives you advice, you question it. If an AI system presents data with charts and confidence scores, you feel reassured. Even when the system is wrong, people often defer to it. This is already happening in hiring. Resume screening software filters candidates before a human sees them. Credit scoring systems evaluate financial risk. Medical AI suggests diagnoses. Humans increasingly rely on outputs without fully understanding how those outputs were generated. There is also authority bias. We tend to trust perceived authorities. AI systems, because they process massive data sets, are perceived as objective and neutral. But AI models reflect the data they are trained on. If the data has bias, the output can replicate it. Yet users rarely challenge the result. Over time, decision authority shifts from human judgment to algorithmic scoring. This changes accountability. If a loan is denied by a person, you can question them. If it is denied by a model, responsibility becomes abstract. The system decided. When responsibility becomes abstract, power becomes concentrated. Now consider personalization at scale. In the past, persuasion was broad. One advertisement for millions. One message for all viewers. Now AI enables micro-targeting. Each person can receive a slightly different version of a message based on their behavior, personality, and vulnerabilities. The same product can be framed differently depending on what motivates you. Security, status, fear, belonging. This connects to the psychology of framing. The way a choice is presented changes the decision, even if the options are identical. AI tests thousands of variations to see which framing works best for you. You believe you made a free choice. But the emotional lever was tailored. Humans are not purely rational. Behavioral economics has shown that we are influenced by defaults, social proof, scarcity signals, and loss aversion. AI systems can optimize these triggers in real time. Showing only 2 left in stock increases urgency. Displaying most popular choice increases conformity. Highlighting a discount as "don't miss out" activates fear of loss. These tactics are not new. What's new is the precision and scale. The next layer is speed. AI accelerates decision cycles. News spreads faster. Trends rise faster. Market reactions happen in milliseconds. Financial markets already use algorithmic systems that react before humans can process the information. When machines react to machines, feedback loops form. Small signals can cause large swings. Humans observing these swings then react emotionally. This increases uncertainty. There is a concept called ambiguity aversion. People prefer known risks over unknown ones. When AI-driven systems move faster than human understanding, ambiguity increases. People feel less in control. When people feel less in control, they either disengage or become more reactive. Both responses reduce thoughtful decision-making. Now let's talk about identity. AI systems learn patterns about you that you may not consciously recognize. They infer personality traits from browsing behavior. They estimate income from purchasing patterns. They predict preferences before you articulate them. If a system constantly presents you with a certain version of yourself, you begin to align with it. If your feed shows constant luxury, you feel status pressure. If it shows constant outrage, you feel constant threat. Identity is influenced by repeated exposure. There is something called the mere exposure effect. The more we see something, the more we tend to like it. AI controls exposure at massive scale. That means identity formation is increasingly mediated by algorithms. There is also the paradox of choice. More options do not always lead to better decisions. Too many options create overload. AI solves this by filtering. That seems helpful, but filtering criteria are not neutral. They are optimized for engagement or profit. Invisible options are not considered. And what you never see, you cannot choose. Another pattern is dependency. As AI tools become better at writing, analyzing, summarizing, and predicting, humans rely on them for cognitive tasks. Students use AI to draft essays. Professionals use it to generate reports. Investors use it to screen opportunities. This increases productivity, but it can reduce deep thinking. There is something called the generation effect. We understand and remember information better when we generate it ourselves. If AI generates too much for us, depth of understanding may decrease. The risk is not that AI makes us unintelligent. The risk is that it changes who exercises judgment. Those who use AI critically become stronger. Those who rely passively become dependent. This creates inequality in decision quality. And inequality in decision quality leads to inequality in outcomes. Now consider trust. Trust is the foundation of banks, media, governments, and markets. When AI-generated content becomes indistinguishable from human content, the line between authentic and synthetic blurs. When people cannot easily verify authenticity, they either trust blindly or trust nothing. Blind trust increases manipulation. Total distrust increases fragmentation. Decision-making relies on shared reality. If reality becomes personalized and fragmented, collective decision-making becomes harder. At this point, some argue that AI is neutral, that it simply reflects human behavior. But neutrality depends on design. Who sets the objective? Engagement, profit, accuracy, fairness. Those choices shape outputs. Outputs shape behavior. Behavior shapes society. This is a feedback loop. The deeper shift is this. Decision-making is moving from conscious deliberation to environment design. Instead of persuading you directly, AI shapes the environment in which you choose. And humans adapt to their environments. There is a concept called choice architecture. The structure of choices influences decisions. AI is becoming the most advanced choice architect in history. The default option matters, the order matters, the framing matters, and AI can optimize all three continuously. This challenges the belief that we are fully autonomous decision makers. Autonomy still exists, but it operates inside designed systems. So the real question becomes, are you aware of the system shaping your choices? Because awareness changes behavior. When you understand that recommendations are optimized for engagement, you pause. When you know scarcity cues are algorithmically generated, you resist urgency. When you recognize confirmation bias being reinforced, you seek opposing views intentionally. Without awareness, influence is invisible. With awareness, influence becomes negotiable. The reshaping of decision-making is not purely negative. AI can reduce bias in some contexts. It can analyze data humans would miss. It can assist in medical and financial decisions. The issue is not whether AI should exist. The issue is whether humans remain active participants in their own thinking. As AI becomes more integrated, the most valuable skill is not speed. It is judgment. Judgment requires reflection. It requires questioning outputs. It requires understanding incentives behind systems. In a world where algorithms constantly suggest, predict, and nudge, the ability to pause becomes power. Here is the final realization. Artificial intelligence is not just reshaping what you decide. It is reshaping how you decide. It changes what options you see, how those options are framed, how fast you must respond, how much effort you invest, and how much you trust your own thinking. The future will not belong to those who reject AI, and it will not belong to those who surrender to it blindly. It will belong to those who understand how it shapes behavior, and who learn to design their own decision environments intentionally. Because power does not come from having more information. It comes from knowing who is structuring the choices in front of you. And deciding, consciously, whether to accept them.